of recruiting and the world of being a leader can be frustrating at times. There is competition everywhere, especially the better of a team member that you're working with, the more that there are people that want to recruit them. And if you have a 10 that you're recruiting, or you have a 10 on your team, the odds are that other people out there are having conversations with them and recruiting them at some point in their life. And there's really two pieces of this. If you're recruiting somebody that is interviewing with other positions and other jobs, then you need to be aware of what those positions are and what those opportunities are. If you have a current team member who is going cold and you're wanting to keep that team member, then there is certain things that we need to do. And there is a technique that, regardless of if you're recruiting somebody and they haven't worked with you yet, or if it's a current team member who is being recruited away, that you need to apply this 4-step technique called CREW. Now, CREW is an acronym, and here is what it stands for. The C of CREW stands for calm them down. Most of the time, what somebody else has done, another recruiter, another person at another company, has got the person on your team emotionally charged. They're emotionally excited about something that is usually heightened. So usually it's one thing, and a lot of times it's valid. It's some kind of wedge that somebody has placed where they found a chink in your armor, or something that is something you screwed up on, or just something that is not that cool about what you do, and they've exploited it, and they've got that person all riled up and excited about whatever that is that's causing them to want to leave, or causing them to want to go work with this other company because they see the other company as better than yours. So the first thing that you have to do is the C, which is calm them down. So when you're calming somebody down, the best way to do that is to let them be heard and just let them talk and say, tell me more about that. You know, where are you coming from? Pull out a piece of paper and take notes. What you're going to find usually is that the feedback from that is pretty valid, and it actually will help you to not make that same mistake again. A lot of times the feedback that they give you when they're talking about that can help you to repair or to improve whatever it is that you're doing. So calm them down, listen to what they're saying, empathize with what they're saying, and take notes of their situation. So after they've calmed down, we call it puking. Let them just puke out everything it is. And here's a little technique that you can apply. Whatever they say is the first thing. They just might say, well, it's because of this. Say, okay, interesting. And you write it down. You say, well, tell me more. And that statement, tell me more, really gets to the core of the issue. And if they give you another just quick response, say, oh, no, seriously, just let me have it. No, give me the real reason. Tell me more. And usually by the third time, they let it rip and they tell you what's really going on. And take notes. Don't be defensive. Don't say, yeah, but just take it. Write it down. Step 2 of CREW is resell the vision of what they're doing. So when you resell the vision, think back to the interview. Think back to the first time you met them when they were talking about what inspires them and why they were excited to interview with you and why they thought that the mission that the company was on was something that they could stand behind. And reinforce that and talk about, well, I remember in this conversation what you were saying was, and actually quote the conversation and recall it and talk about, you know, what they said they wanted to do was this, which is exactly what you guys are doing, and that's why they were interviewing with you, and you resell it in a way where you're just like, isn't that what the vision is? Isn't that what you said your dream job is? And you resell what's going on. Typically, reselling that vision involves comparing it to the other thing they're doing. And a lot of times it is apples and oranges. They said that their vision is to help other people and to be a coach, and then they're going to go sell a widget and do something that's not service-based and helping serve people. And you go, what you said was this, and you know, where's the disconnect in what we're doing here? So you're reselling the vision. Then the E of CREW is explain the situation. And this is where, when you're explaining the situation, you're really problem solving with them. And you're thinking through, so what we're looking at is currently you're wanting to work with this team. And we have an opening with our spot, or if it's somebody on your team, so currently you're doing this and what you're wanting to do is this. And you create like a T-chart of explaining what they're currently wanting to do versus the opportunity they have now. And this is where you need to explain that what they're currently set up to do or the position that you're interviewing them for, it is something that is going to help them reach their goals in life. So you need to have a very clear map of how you can help that team member get to where they want to go better than the other opportunity that they're looking at. And that's how you explain the situation, and you need to make sure that your company can back it up. Then the W is you work out a way. And that's where you get into the details and you talk about, what is going on here? What do we need to work out? What's the difference? Where are you at now compared to what the offer is? What does your current position need to be compared to where you're trying to go? And you literally map out day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, and you create a plan for them, showing them how to get exactly where they want to go. And once you work out a way and you have crewed them, typically they will stay with you. If you have the rapport, if you've invested in them, if you've done all the things that you should have already done and created deposits in their emotional bank account, typically after doing those 4 steps and you work out a way and they have a clear vision of how to get where they want to go, the grass is less greener on the other side, and they realize that actually the grass is brown everywhere, and they typically will stick it through, go through the pain of actually having to do the work, but then at the end of the day, they're with somebody that believes in them, they know that we have a clear plan, and then you as a leader need to step it up, stick to the plan, and actually follow up and make sure that people have a clear vision every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, and that is how you crew.